What's going on? What's going on? Okay. All right. All right. We had some sound problems earlier, and I want to make sure the sound is better right now. So I'm going to do something a little differently. Something a little differently. Okay. We're going to change the thumbnail. That was the mean mugging thumbnail, but we're going to change the thumbnail. I promise you. I just want to make sure that you can hear the audio much better. So I'm going to read the comments. Okay, hold on, hold on. Let me turn that down a little bit. Good. Yeah, I just had to change positionings in another room. But I would like for you guys to. It sounds good now. Yes. I went back and listened to the sound, and I tell you, you guys were right. I apologize to all the people that I questioned about whether or not my sound was good. I do apologize. That's the first time that's happened. That was the first time that's happened. So thank you for being patient. Thank you for being patient. All right, all right. Okay, but what I'm going to do here is give you a few minutes to check in, come in. You know, I would just tell you that this is not a April Fool's joke, and I would just say that I'm a little shocked and a little shocked as well. You know how you have that whole fight build up, you ready to go to the fight, you sit in your seats, you got your drinks, you wait for the both fighters to get into the ring. You know, everyone's cheering on the walk in. You know, when Floyd Mayweather came into the fight with Pacquiao, the energy in the room was ridiculous. You get to your seats and you sit down, highly anticipated. You're looking forward to the after party, but you want to see a good fight, and then a knockout comes within the first 30 seconds. The Mike Tyson style knockout comes in the first 40 seconds. Unbelievable. Yeah. So I put the mic on. Actually, I don't want it too close to the heartbeat. You'll be hearing my heartbeat. I didn't have lunch yet, so you might be hearing the stomach growl. I don't know. Okay. We have about. Okay. Listen, we have 60 here. I know we're gonna have more coming in, but as you enter into the room, take your hat off and go hit the like button. You know, you're in my house now. So in my house, we have certain rules. You come in, you hit the like button, the like button, and we support the platform. So some people are asking, what is an injunction? Well, an injunction is something that a lawyer would file on behalf of his or her client to make the other side do certain things and to get some type of compliance into for whatever they're seeking. I know we use the word injunctive uh, a lot. We hear that word a lot in civil cases, mostly in civil cases. I don't think you can use that term in a criminal case, but it's a relief that is being sought by the party making the application for it. And for those who are aware that there was supposed to be a big a hearing today at 9:30 with the Honorable Judge William Ray the third, as well as the blogger lady, aka Tasha K, or should actually be Tasha K, aka the blogger lady. I don't know how you cut it, just as long as you say the name right. And of course, Cardi B. It was scheduled today. It was scheduled. Uh, and then when I thought about the date came. When heard the date was put on the calendar April 1st. I was like, something's going to go, something's not going to happen right for that day. What I didn't know was it was going to end up like this. So, for those who are unable to hear what I said earlier, basically said that the Cardi didn't drop anything. but you had to have a willing opponent come to the ring to fight. It was, we saw the briefs that were fought initially. I mean, filed initially, and we saw that there was a buildup to this day. Just like we saw that there was a buildup after the defamation suit was won in Cardi's favor. We saw a buildup to see what the blogger lady's going to say. How is she responding to this awful loss? What is she going to say? So we waited for 24 hours. There was nice buildup. The lighting was great. Shout out to Tasha for great lighting. The dramatics was there. Everyone was tuned in. So she did accomplish what she wanted to do at that day, to trend the internet. To trend the internet. This is, for the most part, this has been about, from one side, to trend the internet, to monopolize people's attention on this particular story. And you have to do the most egregious things. In this case, what we were seeing in this case was done to another individual. So today was a day. Today was a day for you to argue why the plaintiff's motion for an injunction should not be allowed. And guess what? One person didn't have it in them to show up, and it wasn't Cardi. Don't care how the blog lady spins it. We know for a fact you didn't want this fight. You didn't want this fight. Cardi did not agree for you not to pay her. That didn't happen. Cardi wants all her coins. She wants every freaking dollar. She wants every freaking dollar. Now, how the likelihood of Cardi getting every dollar that she won is slim to none. Let's just be real. There's slim to none. There's a high probability that things may be done that she won't be able to get the money. So here's my position. You didn't show up for the fight. You made some very big overtures after the libel case was over. You accused the media. You basically accused the entire system of going against you. And what you didn't do with all these accusations that was, put out there during your "I have a dream" not speech, you didn't show up to the fight. You took the easy route. You took the easy route or cowardly route? Which one was it? Easy or cowardly? Depends on how you cut it up. But the fact of the matter is, you weren't ready for this fight. And with those people who are looking at the court docket filing where it says it's a 30-day extension, that is procedural. That is procedural. Because what didn't happen today could actually happen in less than 30 days if the other side, the defendant, doesn't agree to the terms that the plaintiff wants. And I'm going to tell you, for me, this is mine. This is not Cardi saying this. This is me saying this. If you're not giving a public apology, if you're not coming out your mouth and saying, "I was wrong for what I did to you and I apologize," then for me, it's all BS for me. It's playing the paper game, the drag-on game, the trying to look good by trying to... If you're admitting you're wrong privately on paper, then you need to come out and apologize to the people that you've hurted. But primarily, Cardi B. This is again my opinion. There should be no negotiation unless there's a public apology to Cardi B. You gotta remember, Cardi B spent $1.3 million to fight a lie, to fight several lies. She spent $1.3 I want to say 8.82 million to fight lies told against her. So I would say that the minimal, since you had the energy to put the speech out, the I have a dream not speech, you put that out right afterwards, accusing the system, accusing the reporters or reporter, making all these overtures after the, you know, after this hearing. I mean, it's this verdict. So keep the same energy when you come out to apologize to Cardi. At minimal. That's at minimal. There's some other things I think should happen. But again, I'm not speaking for Cardi. I'm just telling you how I see this should play out. It should play out. Because if, for example, you don't have a chance of collecting your money from this blogger lady, then at minimal, you need to be able to speak to the people and apologize for the behavior and try to show that you can turn this around. For real. You really need to do this. And I don't have a problem with receiving one of those apologies as well, Miss Kebe. Or Kebe. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. Miss Kebe. I always thought it was Kebe. I was thinking about, Keeblers and, crackers and everything, but it's Kebe, So just like I'm putting respect on your name, you need to put respect on that lady's name. You need to apologize to look in her face. If you had any ounce of hope that she might have cut you some financial slack, not just the medical slack that she cut you on the damages for medical bills, pay this woman. Say you're sorry to this woman. Still pay the woman, but say you're sorry to the woman. That shows that you're woman enough to admit that you're wrong. And probably you apologize to your subscribers as well. Because based on what I know and understand, you did a lot. You did a lot. You did a lot to control the narrative. You did a lot. The problem is, J. Cole had this verse in this song. You came a long way, Tasha K. You came a long way, but you went the wrong way. You went the wrong way. You went the wrong way. You traveled this long road to get somewhere. Then you got here and you realize you went the wrong way. So now, how do you get back on track? How do you begin to rebuild? Because you're disappointing a lot of people. You're disappointing a lot of people. I know you're sitting at the table, you're sipping, the cheap wine. I mean, you're sipping whatever you were sipping in those glasses. Your lawyer's in the back. But, let me say something about the attorneys. You attorneys, Sabek and Islamova, y'all guys, do you know what you did to your career? You guys embarrassed yourself. You embarrassed yourself. You guys, your parents maybe paid for you guys to go to law school to make a name for yourself. Just think about that for a second. You guys took the bar exam, took the LSAT test, took the bar exam to get to a point where you represent someone that in your heart of hearts didn't have a chance in hell to win this case. Didn't have a chance in hell to win this case. But you paraded yourselves in front of the judge. You got tongue lashings. It's like he beat you like a runaway slave in that courtroom. Not as dramatic as a runaway slave, because they were real slaves that had to run away, and But you get my point. you guys are probably, I hate to say it, being laughed about in the legal profession. Then you guys file this notice of appeal. I know it's procedure, you can do that and everything, but your guys were not ready for no real appeal. You weren't ready. You guys were not ready to fight an appeal against this powerhouse legal team, because their guns were locked and loaded, ready for all type of defenses, posturing. They see this. And it's sad that the people that actually are watching this video that support her don't realize you guys been bamboozled. You've been boozled, hoodwinked, led astray. And you don't realize that anytime you support this, I know you like the drama and to get the tea and you want to know what's going on and who's talking about who's zooming who. But in this case, you got it wrong. You guys got it wrong. So the documents hopefully will be available, whatever those documents are, soon. Be soon. But one thing, Tasha, don't try to fake the funk with the people. Don't fake the funk with the people, because you didn't show up. You didn't show up. You had to show up at the trial. You had to show up at the trial. You know why? Because I think in my mind, I think it was a scheme to build your brand. It was a scheme, in my opinion. You went the wrong way, Tasha. You came a long way, but you went the wrong way. And if what I'm told by some really high-profile people in the media business, that there's no real corporation that will tie their name to your brand. They didn't say it was impossible. They said not likely. And the not likely in this space is not good unless you have people that will follow your Jim Jones. And I ain't talking about the rapper. I'm talking about the cult leader, the former cult leader. If they follow that type of leadership. I know I'm making you mad. You know I'm making you mad, Tasha. I know you know I'm making you mad. I know I'm making you mad, but I ain't trying to. All I've been trying to see accomplish is some type of civil resolution. You had every opportunity to say, no, I don't want to do this. You cost this woman $1.3 million to defend a lie or several lies. Think about that. There are people in the South Bronx that could have used Cardi's help. There are people around the world that could have used Cardi's help. But you decided to, because of your own personal interests, you wanted to trend the internet. Meanwhile, there are people that are starving around the country, around the world. Cardi has spent money to help people out of this country. So you didn't just take the food off of some of the food off our table, but you took the food off a bunch of people who could have benefited from Cardi's generosity. Oh, sure, you were in a restaurant probably paying for the food there, but that was for your own personal gratification. That didn't help anybody. That dinner didn't benefit anyone but yourself. Didn't benefit anyone but yourself. You could have easily said, I screwed up. Let's figure a way where we can come together and build a community. Cardi's helped more black communities than you did as a person of color. Ask yourself that question. And you should be ashamed of yourself. She's helped more black communities than you did as a person of color with your platform. I got to keep it a buck with you guys. I have to. I'm not cooning, tap dancing, Stepping and fetching. I'm telling you what I saw. I'm telling you what I saw. And if you get to be as old as I am, live on this earth as long as I have, you too will understand the devastation that was done just because she wanted to trend the internet. Trend the internet. And I know Cardi first of all, Cardi hasn't asked me to speak on this, but I'm speaking on it because someone has to say it. Someone has to speak up. You've wasted the court's time. You wasted people's time this morning because you talked all that talk. I'm gonna be nice that you were gonna be here today. People waiting around. You got people waiting around to see what you really had to say. And boy, guys, if I told you something funny, boy, I was laughing when I got my information. I was laughing. Just know, nobody wanted this fight. Cardi wanted to fight. She wanted it. Her lawyers wanted to fight. But it's like, why throw more good money into bad money when the opponent doesn't even want to fight? Why do that? Why waste more good money? Because a lot of people say Cardi should take it all the way, fight it, all that. But at the end of the day, it's still costing Cardi. Because Cardi has to pay attorneys. That's one that Cardi has to pay attorneys in hopes of collecting it back from the blogger lady. So think about that. Not you, phone. I'm talking to the people over here. I don't think Olga was paid more than $20,000 for this whole thing. More than $20,000. I don't think she was paid that much. I would almost bet she wasn't paid that much. Because she probably thought, hey, my criminal defense firm is probably not doing that well. This will probably, help get more attention on me. Yeah, that logic would have worked if you won. You rolled the dice. Snake eyes. You didn't win. You didn't win. And you actually made other attorneys look bad. No, you did. You just made yourself look bad. And Sabak, I want to say your name right. I saw you running from me. I was wondering why he's behind my car. I was like, why is this lawyer behind my car? I was wondering. But y'all wouldn't have seen my car if a certain individual wouldn't have had the camera panned on my car. Now I had to switch up cars. Because I'm sticking and moving. I'm moving and sticking. I'm hiding in the bushes. You did all this damage, the blogger lady. You did all this damage. You send your trolls, your minions, to make up stories. You send all your minions to make up stories about individuals who were trying to stand up for what was right. You did that. They say power can be used to help a cause or to hurt a cause. As we can see what's going on in Ukraine and Russia. You have one superpower that is annihilating a small country, a bully. A bully. You have over 4 million people that had to flee Ukraine for safety. 4 million people. That's bigger than Brooklyn and the Bronx put together. They had to flee because someone took the power that they had because the people gave them the power. The power was used against the weak. And that's what basically the blogger lady did. She amassed amount of power. She felt that Cardi was weak and she took advantage of it and she figured a way where she can garner attention on a platform. And this is something else I think should happen. And this is real talk. This is real talk. While we want Cardi to get her money, there should be something that also should be done. The blogger lady should probably get off YouTube for a minimum of a year. She should get off of YouTube for a minimum of a year, because that's a healing process. That's a healing process for all those that have been traumatized because of the behavior, because it may have affected something in their past and brought it to the forefront. Just get off YouTube for Cardi. Listen, for those people say, well, if she gets off YouTube, how's she gonna pay Cardi? Get off YouTube. Cardi will be good. Cardi's not gonna lose any money by you being on not being on YouTube. I mean, let's make it make sense. If Will Smith slapped Chris Rock and the Academy decides that there should be a sanction, one of the sanctions is he can't come back to the academies for 1 or 2 years. It was to his doing. It was in his case, it was a unthought out act, or maybe it was thought out. But there's also a consequence to the action. In life, there are consequences to actions. If you don't tell your children there are consequences to actions, then you're leading your kids astray. So in this case, the jury told you the consequence to your action. So now, because their injunctive relief didn't happen today, because it's getting worked out. But it's my position that she should be off YouTube for a year. I'm not saying for her lifetime. No, a year. A minimum of a year. I'm not saying take away her livelihood, because it's not going to take away her livelihood, because I'm sure the money's hidden all over the place, probably in the mattress in Africa and someone else's name. She probably her child's name, trust funds. There's many ways to hide assets. But get off YouTube for a year. Just let nobody have to hear your name for a year. And come back stronger, better, and a whole different mindset. But I think because your ego is so freaking big and the narcissism is pouring out your lips and your behind and everywhere else, you're not going to do it. So Cardi has to demand certain things. Because right now the ball's in Cardi's court, not in Tasha K's court. It's in Cardi's court. And Cardi can play this the best way she knows how to not just help herself, but help all those people that have been cyberbullied on the internet for years. And, you might think that I'm being a little presumptuous, but I think it can happen. I think it can happen. Take your licks. Just to come, you did it. You did the crime. Now come do the time. You know how you're young, you're growing up. Well, I grew up. My mom's was, excuse the mic. I know I probably tapped it hard. If I done something, if I cut class or if I did something she said not to, or if I snuck out the house or I did something when I was young, and she caught me. Her thing is, you don't have to pay me now, but you're going to have to pay me. And I had to pay. But I bet you one thing, I didn't do it again. So in this case, she has to pay. Not just find that, like the injunctions for relief or other things. Of course, the videos need to come down and, no, you're not going to, I agreed to get off YouTube for a year, but you do an interview with someone else and they put you back on YouTube on another platform. No. We don't play those games. Your face should not be, you should be scrubbed from the YouTube for a whole year. Just scrub from YouTube. Just let your videos be archives. Let people go ahead. Like, how you have, you have archives. You just go, if someone wants to pull it out privately. But yeah, get you off the YouTube for 1 year. That's all. Some people say forever. I get that, but. And there have been other people that have been banned for YouTube. But the YouTube has to take the position that they don't tolerate this type of behavior. Never mind, the YouTube is indemnified from any type of legal recourse right now until Congress changed the law. But YouTube and the CEO of YouTube should take a position that they're not tolerating this. However, it's in my opinion that they are making money off of black drama, our drama. They're making money off of it. It's if you're not getting 100% of the advertisement, guess what? Who's getting the other percentage of the advertisement that YouTube makes off of these type of videos? They are. So they love this. You don't get to keep the whole bag. They get a percentage off this. So it's financially beneficial when we have drama on YouTube. It's financially beneficial. Then you have other people that likes to create bull crap. Just make up drama. Let me make up drama so I can make some money. Notice I haven't monetized these videos because it's no different than you're basically supporting the drama. You're supporting it. I'm gonna take 2 seconds. I'm gonna scroll here because I see a lot of comments coming in, and I know you said don't read the comments. I'm gonna see if there's any. Well, first of all, guys, I want you guys to the likes are looking good, but keep hitting the likes. We need the engagement. Listen. I know a lot of you don't want to hear this, and I get it. Trust me, I get it. I get it. You don't want to hear this. But this is the reality. The reality is Tasha K may not never pay Cardi a dime. May not. But where's the accountability? An apology is nice. That's good for healing. And I get it. You want to say, well, we got to get everything. We got to take it out. I know there are people that owe millions right now that haven't paid anything. Haven't paid anything. So why should the person who owes money still is able to make money off why are they allowed to use the getaway car to make more money? They wrote the getaway car, had the getaway car come in and basically stole from another individual. We say take the getaway car away. In most crimes, that you forfeit the tools of your crime. You lose it. You don't get a chance to, okay, I don't rob the bank, but I did my time. Can I get the car back that I used? No. That car is then sold at public auction. You never get to see that car again. So the team has to send a message. It has to send a message. As much as saying, you're taking the black woman down by you doing this. No, we not. No one's trying to take the black woman down. Personally, I love the black woman. I love the black woman. For those saying, Byron don't like black, you got me messed up. Anyone that knows me knows I love sisters. I love the sisters. I love the sisters. I have daughters. Why would I not love my own people? Why would I not want to see my people do well? I want Tasha to do well. But before I want her to do well, I got to want her to want to do well. I can't want more than what she wants to do for herself. That's asinine. It just, when you think about it. And Shakna. Let me just say something to you, because you held your head down. You really didn't want to say nothing to me. You have to be responsible too, brother. I saw the debacle in the courtroom. Come on, man. Is this how you want to go out? Like your golden years, you got to think about the crap that I know the money probably put in your name, but they can turn around and file a lawsuit against you in state court. And guess what? Now you got to find someone else. They can, it's so much that I'm not helping people. Just But Shaykhna, you could have just told your wife, hey, let's stop this crazy train. Let's stop it. But, you fall into the stigma that the Africans trying to get over and scam people. Man, come on. You know what you can do. Because if you wear the pants in the family, you turn to Tasha and say, Tasha, enough of the bull crap. We got the bag. We sitting here eating lobster. We drinking this cheap wine, or this wine, or champagne, wherever you were drinking at, in the Bahamas, I think. We may did some bad things. We lied on the reporter. We know we did that. He was a thorn in our side. He was the guy, that just making our life miserable. But it wasn't really for that. Then we had, you had a whole process server stick his hand in the car over my lap. Over my lap. You had this big, brawly process server walk up to my window and stuck the paperwork on your lap. You guys want to see that video? We ain't gonna do that. But you brought the enemy to the home. Well, he wasn't really an enemy. He was doing his job. He was doing what he had to do in order for, this thing to, come to where it is. But just think about it. You bring in negative energy to the family. And Shaykhna, you helped her. The minute you positioned the camera, you know what she was going to talk about. You knew it. I personally underestimated Tasha K. And I'll tell you how I underestimated her. Because when I saw her video, this is years ago. When I saw a video, I didn't know who someone that very high profile person that had an issue with her, sent me the video of her talking about her. I never knew about her. I didn't know who she was. Mind you, I've been in the media a long time. I didn't really know who she was. So I seen the video. I'm like, Then she started talking about a close friend of mine that I knew, that I know for a fact what she was saying about her was a lie. Because if you know someone 15, 20 years and someone just making up a lie, I'm like, why is this woman making up these lies about people? I never thought it was this was her method to climb to the top. I never thought this at the time. Then I said, then it started being, okay, now you're talking about R. Kelly, like you had the inside scoop. Then you're in a hospital, or you have a nurse in the hospital talk about a woman giving delivery. I'm like, this is different. This is different. I personally may have put a long lens on to get a shot, or I've done things to get the story, but nothing unethical like that. Not really unethical. I was working in the course of my job, my duties, the position I held at the time. But this was different. This was different. And you got to think about the type of person that could do all that. Just do all that. No training now. You didn't have special ops training. You had I'm sorry. What they taught you in Panama City, man, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna tell my Panama City stories, but let's just say that Tasha, you're not stupid. You're not stupid. You actually have the ability to have, a prison guard provide you information on someone's mail. Like that's different. That's different. That is different. That's different. Some different stuff. You literally had a prison guard in the Department of Bureau of Prisons send you mail. Like that person didn't think they had they didn't think much of their career. They were so caught up in the tea that they gave you their career. They literally gave you their career because they had to leave the job after that. You had someone caught, you ended a career without even knowing you ended a career. From what I'm told, they can never work in the prison system again. So you're good. But why can't you use those, I don't know if that's skills. It's kind of more manipulation, I guess. But why couldn't you turn that energy around? You literally probably ruined them. Like, let me say this. When you did that, let's look at everything in its totality and all the stories you've done. And I promise you, if I've seen 5 of your videos, I've seen a lot. I haven't seen it. I've been hearing tidbits and people drowning my inbox. Look what she did today. Look what she did that. I'm getting messages. I promise you, I'm getting the messages. I don't respond to a lot of them. Because I'm like, oh, she's at it again. She's at it again. She's at it again. But I would say that you have single-handedly destroyed people's spirit, their soul. You've done things that's why I'm so hard on you about this. You had the opportunity to help people. My black sister, you had the opportunity to help people. You know, there are people that are not eating today. You don't see it because you didn't have a direct tie to that situation, but you could have turned this thing around and help people. You could have. Just think, anyone here watching, what y'all could have did with $1 million, not for yourself, but helping others. Think about that. Think about that. When I travel down Atlanta, I go to California, look at Skid Row and the people in Skid Row, and I look at the people that are under bridges in Atlanta, or I go to New York and look at people on Port Authority, and I look at all these hungry people, and I say to myself, damn, I wish I had millions to help these people, to feed these people, to give them a different spirit, uplift them, to dress them, take them, get a haircut, take them, give them a pair of shoes. And I think Cardi spent $1.3 million to fight lies. Think about that. You could have heeded to the first cease and desist. The second, the third, you didn't do any of that. You could have did that. You could have fixed this. She didn't have to spend all this money. But you probably laughing because it didn't come out your pocket. And you're not going to, I know you, my gut tell me you're going to figure a way around not to pay the woman. What's the incentive? Borrowing someone, putting a gun to your head and saying you better come up with this money. You're not doing it. But it's a saying. It's a saying that what you do can fall upon your loved ones. It can. Everything's ha, 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 ha until it ain't funny anymore. So I think that Miss Kebe, Mr. Kebe, make amends with Cardi and those you've hurt in the community, the black community. Like Olga, I'm not racist or anything, Olga, but I know a lot of black lawyers. I know black lawyers in Atlanta. But Tasha, you didn't even use a black attorney, but you pandering to black women. You didn't use a black attorney. Sorry, Olga Sabak, but I know black attorneys that would have gave Cardi a fight. Not that she deserved to have a fight, but you told people how you felt. You went to Olga and Sabak, but you could have went to hire yourself a black attorney. And I'm not prejudiced, but I'm just saying, I'm looking at the optics here. There are optics here that is undeniable. You not only you don't help the black community by charitable efforts, you took money from the black community and gave it to another community. The hypocrisy is obvious. It's obvious. The hypocrisy was evident. I had a black attorney with me giving commentary on your case that I had to pay. Well, it was like lobster dinner and, one and dine, But still, it cost. And I would say that anyone, and something, I know attorneys all got to eat, but come on now. You made a mockery of the system anyway. It was just embarrassing. Just embarrassing. Just embarrassing. I'm seeing a lot of comments here. Let me read this real quick. Shout out to Carmen Mateto. Mateto. Holmes and pronounce your name. Carmen Mateto. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Guys, this should be, I'm gonna pin this here right now before I go any further. Hold on. I'm gonna pin something here right now. Give me a second, guys. One second, guys. I do apologize. I know you. Be patient, guys. Be patient. This is real time. I'm getting notifications like crazy. I'm gonna post this here for a reason. Right here. I'm gonna post this here for a reason. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me just go down here. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So I just posted my my cash out for 2 reasons. The first reason is, in order for you guys to get content, original content, it requires me to be out there getting the content. I got a lot of content. I travel a lot. And you guys know I don't have to. I tell you this all the time. I don't play with you. I put the work in. I put the work in. So support the platform, because y'all will go over there. Those who will go over there and buy. I ain't got it shirt. I ain't got it cup. I ain't got it hat. Y'all will do that just for, I don't know what reason, But I'm not saying Tasha K is broke. I'm not saying she's broke. No way she's broke. No way. Based on research, she's not broke. But I doubt very seriously she got $4.4 million. I doubt that very seriously. But again, it costs to run these do what we do as, members of the media that is independently owned and someone who obviously enjoys providing the content that you desire. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. This job sometimes gets very contentious. It does. And support all the listeners. Support all the people that are giving you real official content that you can use. Support them. They do the work. So, some people can't travel the way I travel. And I don't know how long I can travel the way I travel. But I do it. I do it because I love what I do. Pretty much, like it, support it, do what you do, whatever you want to do, it don't matter. Because I support, I do a lot out there. I don't talk about it, but I do a lot for others as well. So it's not just me. And you can see I haven't been on YouTube that long. Haven't been on YouTube that long. And I'm just kind of navigating myself around it. But the bottom line, the underlying thing that I do is give you the facts. Maybe a little hard for some of you, but at the end of the day, I have to give it to you the way I see it. And a lot of this is like when I give you my commentary, it's from life experience. It's from having children, seeing them succeed, seeing them make mistakes, me making mistakes, me learn from my mistakes, watching others make mistakes, covering trials, and understanding, just listening to these impact statements, these victim impact statements, and listening to the victims telling their stories. And in some cases, I sat there, it literally bothered me. Because I would sit there and say, what type of human being could do something like this to another human being? What type of human being can do something like this to another human being and don't feel some kind of way about it? And trust me, this hearing today didn't happen because someone felt saddened because they couldn't show up. It didn't happen because they didn't have the fight. They weren't prepared. They basically used the time from the last date of the court hearing to this time to drum up more media. Drum up more media. This was done to drum up media. This was done to trend the internet, to keep her name in people's mouths. Because people know that Tasha K is a hot topic. She's going against Cardi B. But Cardi B worked hard to get to where she's at. Y'all know that. Don't hate on her. She's worked hard to get to where she's at. I don't agree with everything Cardi B does, but I understand it's a process of growing. She's a 20-something-year-old woman. It's a process of growing. Others around her inner circle should be always encouraging her to do better. She's young. She's no older than one of my daughters, or two of my daughters. Twins. They're twins. And I can tell you, they make mistakes. You made a mistake. I've made a mistake, but they make mistakes. And they can learn by others helping them, or they learn by error. But then you have to figure when people are, and in Cardi's case, she is so, what's the word I want to use? Involved in her social media that sometimes she doesn't understand. People say things to trigger her, just to trigger her. Because she's passionate, she's a passionate human being. And she probably wonders why these people that don't know her just have so much the most vile things to say about her. It's because she's passionate about what she does, and she doesn't intentionally hurt others, so she can't understand why people will take the time in their life to just try to hurt her. But this is why Tasha K has to be held accountable for what she's done. Because if she doesn't be held accountable, then others will think that this is the way to do it. I've seen people thought that that's the way to go. And I think that people come to realize that no. Because at the end of the day, this is what you got to look back on. I don't know, was Tasha 40-something years old? But she's going to have to look back on this and say, what did she do to help humanity? What did she do to help humanity? Her people. What did she do to help people? Buying someone a meal is cute, but what the point is if you buying someone a meal and then talking trash about them afterwards or looking down on them? What good is that? What good is you taking a bunch of people to a restaurant and then you're talking about half the people afterwards? Because you've talked about people that have been in your inner circle after they, like you had a fall, you start talking about them. Just weird. Shout out to S. Thomas. Appreciate the super chat. Thanks for keeping up. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. 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 I was supposed to be on a Zoom call. Yeah. I don't like to say what can happen to children. I can't say that because if I put that out, I don't want to say that from my tongue, but I would just say that you got to be very careful. You got to be very careful. One thing I say, all this stuff, I don't care if I live, I have cars, I have all this, but they're not burying you with this stuff. They are not burying you with this stuff. This is going to go to someone else. All the stuff that you amass in life, materialistic wise, when you die, it goes to someone else. It's nice to have it while you're around. It's cute and everything. You can do things. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't be what makes you who you are. It shouldn't be what makes who you are. We've seen what happened at the Academy Awards. Will Smith had a squeaky clean persona. This, what happened at the Academy Awards, will forever haunt him. It will be a part of who he is. And it's just unfortunate that, that he made that, I'm going to defend my woman, but that was a joke. Honestly, it was really a joke. And comedians make jokes all the time. Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Flip Wilson, Billy Crystal. Just a lot of comedians. This is what they do. And why I said, defend your woman, defend your woman. But make sure it makes sense when you're doing that. And make sure it doesn't offend many to defend one. It wasn't really that bad. It wasn't bad at all. It was a joke. It's a joke. When you tell it a joke, guess what? That's what it is, a joke. That's what it was. It was a joke. Shout out to guys. I shout out to. I'm sorry. Divinely Leo. Thank you. Appreciate you, Divine Leo. I appreciate you. I really do. I really do. It's not easy sometimes giving people the medicine that the people in the inner circle won't tell them. There are people in your inner circle that won't tell you making an ass out of yourself. They won't tell you that. Just think about the people. Do you want to have somebody around you in your inner circle knowing that you're screwing up, but they laughing it on and just not even saying, hey, maybe you should do it differently. Maybe, maybe you just kind of fall back. Just think about having those type of yes man people around you, in your circle. That's why I move, a lot of times I move dolo. And if anyone know what dolo means, solo. I move solo. Because I want to make sure that people around me are around me for the right purpose. I've seen in recent that certain people I let in my inner circle were not for me. They were for themselves. They didn't think about the effect it could have, the things they did could have on me or someone around me. So they can no longer be in my inner circle. They can no longer be around me. And the things that you could have benefited from by me allowing you in my inner circle, you now no benefit from it. Sometimes people take what you do as a joke. But you got to remind people, this is what you do. This is what you do. This is what I do, rather. So I think her ego's is very inflated. Her ego's very inflated. And I think that it would be amazing if she shows some type of care and concern. It would be amazing. Because now you have an audience now, Miss Kebe. You have an audience. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you something. During the time to covering the trial, she ain't gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. When she came out the courthouse, I wasn't this when the first time I seen her in person in real life, not on the internet. I thought I was gonna get the real energy. I was prepared. I was prepared for whatever. I thought I was gonna get all the way she was talking about me and everything and flashing her gun permit and all that stuff out. I thought she was gonna bring some real energy. Like I was like, like you see people they talk all that trash and then you pull up on them and it's a different energy. Well, I was surprised that, she, even the husband, it was a lot. You guys don't understand when this thing was going down years ago that it was bothering me. It was bothering me that this human being that doesn't even know me would just come out and make up lies, saying I asked a question about your kids or kid or whatever. And that was an outright lie. You knew that was. Then you had someone else say that. You knew that was a lie. Just think about that. And then there are women that go through real stuff and you want to believe these women, but you think, well, maybe they might be lying because you know for a fact that this person is told lies. And I'm mad because of that. Upset, not mad. I'm upset that you have led people down the wrong road. You could have been the GPS of people's lives, but you led them down the wrong road. And you could probably say, oh, Byron don't know the hell he's talking about. You're just talking crap. You don't know what you're talking about. But I really do know what I'm talking about. I really do. I really do. I don't like bringing pain to people. I don't like that. I like to. This is a form for me of chastising you. Chastising you. You had your dad call my phone and talk crap on the phone. But I was prepared. But I also had to see why it covered my ass. Like, just think about it. You call a stranger on the phone. I don't know. Maybe you may lie to your, you know something? I don't know if you lied to your dad. I don't know. I don't know the man. I don't know if you even lied to him. It's made up stuff. I don't know this. But I know as a father, if my kid told me somebody did something to them, I would kind of react to. And I'm not saying I'm defending the words that were said. I'm just saying that if I wasn't told the truth, yeah, that would be a problem. Then I would call too, because I'm gonna tell you something. What the toner, and I got the audio, but I'm not gonna play it. I got it. I recorded it, but I'm not gonna play it. You know why I'm not gonna play it? Because he might have reacted based on what he was told. And you can't be a real father if you don't have a reaction to something that your daughter's told. But you don't know if your daughter's. But now I know you had to know your daughter's a liar. You had to, sir. You had to know your daughter's a liar. You watch her grow up. I'm assuming you watch her grow up. You had to know your daughter was a liar. Yeah, I can say that. You know your daughter was a liar, and you just didn't think that maybe she was just lying on this guy. But I know you knew your daughter's a liar. Ain't no way in the world this girl telling a whole bunch of lies on the internet and you not know the woman's a liar. But it's dangerous. Because what if I reacted in a defensive manner and just wanted to seek justice? I wanted to make sure you paid for those words you said to me. What if I did that? What if I made sure you paid for those words you said to me? I grew up in the South Bronx and I rolled with some cool people and I also rolled with some not so cool people. Not roll with them, but they had my back. And anyone know me from growing up in the South Bronx, the Webster houses, they will tell you. They will tell you. I don't have to talk about it. They will tell you. But it could have ended up differently. What if I reacted and then just made that call? So it's dangerous. You don't know what people go through. You don't know what people go through. You don't know how determined people are. You don't know what people go through. Now think about this. Cardi has access to some of the biggest goons in the Bronx that will put it all on the line for that bag. But she handled you in the right manner. Now remember what I'm saying. There's no bullshit. There's no bullshit. Cardi has access to some of the biggest goons in New York. But she decided to deal with you like a lady. She could have dropped a bag on somebody and it could have happened. And I'm going to tell you, it could have happened. For those who living in La La Land that think they can't go down, it can go down. But she handled you like a lady. So what you should do is get on your video and send her an apology. Because trust me, it's the least you can do. You know it, I know it. You were saying the most, she's a gang member, she's this, she's that, da, 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 da. But she didn't make that call. She didn't say, I'm going to put the goons on you. She didn't do that. But you got to stop playing with people. You have to stop playing with people. Because people will take it to the next level. Just like you have a gun, they have guns. Just like you have a mouth, they have a mouth. You just don't, just think about it. You bringing that type of heat around your family. You're literally, do you know how many people want to protect Cardi? Just think about it. Do you know how many people want to protect Cardi that have the resources? Just think about that. Why would you put yourself in that situation? Because you think she's a punk. That's why you did it. And she had to be talked down several times. So she went, I'm talking too much. Let's just say that you should be thankful that it went through the courts. But you cost her $1.3 million. Just think about that. That's never going to go away if it's not paid. Just think, she has resources. You know that. You're not tough. You're not that. You're not that. And Mr. Kebe's not that either. And let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. A lot of you not even built for that work. You saw what happened in the Bronx 2 days ago? These young boys don't care. They fired a gun in front of the courthouse. And the Bronx criminal court, guys across the street during a lunch break. You got your crew, the crew out there beefing, and someone fired a gun. Court officers all over the place. Go to the Daily News. Look at the pictures. Just think about it. These youngins don't really care anymore. They just doing the weirdest, wildest stuff. So just think about it. You keep pushing people to a certain point, then they react. They don't care. And right now, no, I won't say that. Let's just say that think about your actions. Just think about your actions. We got to bring it back here because we about to say some things. We don't want to do that. Just understand what you did. It was wrong. It was just wrong. Take your medicine and lay down for a year. That's what you got to do. Lay down for a year. Guys, I appreciate you being here. Really do. I really do. And I'm going to conclude with this. Cardi never backed down. Cardi never conceded. Cardi never was proven, those lies were never proven to be true against Cardi. And at the end of the day, most of you have been manipulated to think that the stuff that was said by the blogger lady was true. And she admitted herself. You can check out the transcripts on Infamous Sylvia's page. She read it. Go back and look at the videos. But what was done for monetary gain and exposure. That's what it was done for. And just think, karma comes around. It just doesn't come around when you want it to come around. It comes around. So just try to do the right thing. Respect the people that, especially people that are following you. Be honest with them. Be honest with them. Have a great Friday. I gotta get something to eat, guys. I've been talking to you guys, so I don't know how long I've been on here, but hopefully I said something that someone can take away from. I don't care about the naysayers. I'm telling you what I know. You don't get to be close to 60 not picking up a few things along the way. Appreciate you. I really do.